Hello everybody, welcome to Teenage Investor here. Today we're talking about investing versus gambling. So lately I've been hearing people say that investing is just like gambling. You're just throwing money at a stock and hoping that it goes up in the short term or long term, whether you're a short-term trader or a long-term trader, and there's no strategies involved. Well, I'm going to be giving you my case for this and seeing if it makes sense, and you guys can let me know down in the comments if you understood what I was trying to get at in this video. So firstly, let's go into the definitions of each one. Let's see what investing and gambling really means. So investing means to expend money with the expectation of achieving a profit or material loss by putting it into financial schemes, shares or properties, or by using it to develop a commercial venture. So there's many different ways to invest. You can invest in property, real estate, you can invest by starting your own business. There's tons of ways to invest. Now gambling, on the other hand, is taking a risky decision in the hope of a desired result. So pretty much you can just see by the definitions that gambling is so much riskier than investing. So now let's get into the risk management. How could you manage your risk for each one? So with investing, you can sell a stock or buy a stock whenever you want. You can sell it if you find that it's dropped too much or if it's now overvalued. Whereas for gambling, your risk management is totally different. You can either win or lose money. You can't control whether you want to pull out of a bet or not. So let's say in casino gambling for a slot machine, once you push that button, you can't tell it, okay, I want to pull out now. No, once you bet, it's over. Okay, so now let's get into the average returns from each one. So for gambling, the average return per year is negative 7%. So the average gambler loses 7% per year. Now the average return from investing is 8% per year. So there's a 15-point difference between the two. And obviously you can there's all kinds of different investors and gamblers. Some gamblers lose more, some gamblers lose less. Some investors make more, some investors lose less. You can't control that, but this is just the average. So now gambling, you're pretty much just throwing money without research. You're just throwing money into something hoping that you will make a great return off of it. Also, there's no strategy. And when I'm talking about these gambling techniques, it's for slots and tickets only. And the house advantage is very, very present when you're looking at those slots and tickets, because the house has at least a 51% advantage over you. Whereas in investing, you can do research before investing. There's many different strategies and there's no market advantage over you. So you pretty much choose what you want to invest your money in. No one's telling you invest here, invest there, invest. You can choose where you want to invest, how to invest, how much to invest, and there's no market advantage over you. No one has an advantage over you. Even if someone has $1 billion, if they are losing 1% of their money, it's much more than you losing 1% of the money, and they could lose as much as you. So no one has an advantage over you. So you just have to try to understand that concept. Now there's a big difference because some companies pay out dividends in the investing world. So dividends are pretty much parts of their profit each year. So even if the stock doesn't move at all throughout the whole year, you still profit from being a shareholder. What that means is that, let's say I buy a share at $10 and at the end of the year it's still $10, but it pays out a 5% dividend. Well, I made 5% on my money, even if it didn't move at all. So that's the good thing about investing, and it's not applicable in the gambling world. So now let's get into the definition of what is a stock and a lottery ticket. So a stock is pretty much a representation of a minor ownership in a business. You have to think that when you own a stock, you just don't own the name of that stock. No, you own a little piece of that business. Now obviously it's an extremely small piece of the pie, but you own a part of a business, a part of American business, or Canadian if you're investing in the Canadian stock exchange. Now, what is a lottery ticket? A lottery ticket is a piece of paper, so that's totally different than a stock. So a lottery ticket is a piece of paper that entitles you to a chance at 1 in 20 million on average to become a millionaire. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Who is gambling for? Well, gambling is for individuals who don't want to put much work or effort into research and are okay with putting a few dollars per week towards the lottery in hopes that they'll someday be able to win one of the major prizes and become, hopefully, a millionaire, right? So I have no problem with that. If that's what you want to do, you want to put a few dollars a week and hope that, maybe you'll get lucky and get a few million at the end of it, well then that's you. But Investing, on the other hand, is for individuals who are willing to do in-depth research into a company, stare at numbers all day for days on end, and completing endless calculations to be able to evaluate a corporation. And at the end of the day, you have a 50-50 chance on whether you're making or losing money in the short term. However, the difference is that any solid corporation will go up in the long term, which can all be evaluated through intense research. So obviously, in the short term, you don't know if it's going to go up or down. You don't know if the stock's going to go up 20% tomorrow or if it's going to drop to $1 tomorrow. You have no idea. But in the long term, if you're investing in a company that has a solid balance sheet, a solid income statement, well, you'll be fine for the long term. And that's why I'm a long-term investor. And you just have to ask yourself, who are you? Are you looking to make a quick buck by getting lucky with slot machines or lottery tickets? Or are you willing to work hard and tirelessly and put effort into it to turn your money into money? But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below. Also, you can turn on post notifications to get a notification on when I release a new video. But that's pretty much it, guys. Until the next video, have a great day.